While the modern world wakes up and hurriedly checks their phones, the group of Hadzabe hunters at Lake Ayasi examines the living traces imprinted on the still cool red earth. For them, sand and dust are not lifeless, but an open book recording the breath of wild animals throughout the past night. You're about to step into a reality where the boundary between a full stomach and hunger is separated only by the ability to accurately read tracks. This is not a movie. This is raw existence that has lasted for tens of thousands of years without permanent houses or money. Hit subscribe to the channel to follow closely with us how this tribe stands firm against the greatest threats on the planet. The ancient forest of Tanzania in the early morning has no sound of car horns, only the dry wind whistling through the acacia canopies and an eerie silence. The Hadzabe men leave the camp with completely empty stomachs, fully aware that a failed trip is a suspended death sentence. They move like ghosts, unhurried but decisive, because hunger never waits. Each step placed on the ground is a gamble of life itself, on the ability to master survival instinct. The silence at this moment carries the weight of ancient wisdom that modern humans have long lost within concrete blocks. Rough wooden bows and iron arrows coated with dark, thick desert rose tree resin poison are all they have to face nature. This poison does not kill instantly, but silently paralyzes the prey's lungs after seeping into the blood. These are not tools of invaders, but the embodiment of collective memory passed down through thousands of scorching seasons. This thorough preparation is the only shield separating the hunter from death, under the fangs of wild beasts. Each animal tendon bowstring is checked with ruthless concentration because a mistake here means there will be no tomorrow. Every arrow that leaves the bowstring is a commitment to survival, the result of craftsmanship that requires no modern technology. The resin poison from the forest trees is the silent death that helps them balance the odds against the most agile creatures of the savannah. The Hadzabe understand their own limits. They do not hunt to conquer, but to exist in harmony with the order of nature. They walk with the silent awareness that physical strength is sometimes useless without alertness. Today's journey will test the hunter's courage against entities that even lions must respect. Haste is the shortest ticket to death under the power of wild beasts. The Hadzabe hunters regulate their breathing, keeping their minds as calm as a lake before a storm, so they are ready to receive every environmental change. They move against the wind, their bare feet pressing down on the thorny ground to eliminate any sound from the dry leaves. Sweat dries on their suntanned skin. Thorns pierce painfully into the flesh, but no one stops because stopping means losing the trail. The silence at this moment is not peace. It is a ruthless invisibility tactic against the extremely sensitive sense of smell of wild animals. The group moves in a sparse line, each person maintaining their own field of vision while still keeping a common rhythm like a unified mind. Their eyes of the wilderness continuously scan every square meter of burnt grass, decoding every disturbed patch of sand or shifted branch. For the hunters, a shallow depression in the sand may be the footprint of a field mouse. A broken twig is a signal that prey has just passed. They do not need GPS maps. The dusty ground itself is the survival diagram, recording the continuous flow of information from the ancient forest. Each step placed on the ground is a silent journey deep into the lair of their lifelong enemy. On the scorching sand, deep hoof prints gradually appear. They are the dividing line between feast and starvation. The veteran hunters kneel down, using their calloused hands to press into the tracks to feel the freshness and remaining warmth. Reading the signatures of nature is not a textbook lesson, but practical knowledge paid for with blood over many generations. They do not look only with their eyes, but perceive with all senses, from the direction of the wind to the scattered sounds of insects. Their concentration focuses on every millimeter of tracks on the dusty ground of the Yida Valley. There is no lengthy discussion. The group's unity comes from shared experience and absolute trust in the teammates standing beside them. Every muscle fiber in their bodies is as tense as a bowstring, ready to explode with power the moment the target appears. Human perseverance here is being tested to its limit by the terrifying stillness of the savanna. They slip through the tall grass, keeping their bodies as low as possible so as not to disturb the space around the target. Every decision to advance or stop at this moment carries the weight of the community's survival. Suddenly, the ground beneath their feet begins to shake slightly, an invisible pressure weighing down on the quiet space. From behind the dry acacia thickets, a gigantic and heavy mass of muscle appears. It is the giant rhinoceros, with its powerful long horn. This is not a kudu antelope or a timid warthog. This is an ancient entity reigning over the savanna with brutal strength. The group of hunters immediately freezes, turning into stone statues amid the hazy dust mist. This unexpected appearance turns the hunt into a suffocating confrontation between humans and a monster. The hunter's eyes lock onto the giant creature, the space thickening as the boundary between life and death becomes clearer than ever. The rhinoceros lowers its head, its large ears constantly rotating to detect any strange sound invading its private space. For the Hadzabe, hunting does not mean conquering everything, but knowing how to respect the boundaries of Mother Earth. The rhinoceros is not prey for wooden bows. It is an entity that must be avoided to preserve the tribe's lives. The hunter's eyes reflect the gigantic mass of muscle moving slowly in the early morning mist. The Hadzabe do not seek confrontation. They do not seek blind confrontation with nature that is too powerful. In this moment, fear is not a sign of weakness, but a form of survival intelligence forged over tens of thousands of years. They retreat extremely slowly, moving according to the wind direction to ensure their body scent does not provoke the beast's aggressive instinct. They understand that there are situations where any attacking action would only make things worse in an instant. Knowing when to advance and when to step back is the key that has helped this tribe survive for 50,000 years. The rhinoceros passes close to the group of hunters in a silence full of pressure, before disappearing behind the dry thorn bushes. The boundary between safety and danger at this moment is as thin as a spider's thread under the scorching sun of the savanna. The Hadzabe warriors stand still, maintaining their balance and letting time stand still in this suffocating encounter. Stepping back before an overwhelmingly strong enemy is not failure, but the highest expression of adaptability. Mother Earth has just given a lesson in humility that no hunter is allowed to forget in the ancient forest. In life or death moments like this, would your instincts guide you, or would fear take over? Leave a comment and let us know how you feel. Only when the giant has completely disappeared does the ancient forest return to its familiar rhythm, and the hunters begin to breathe evenly again. They continue the journey with even higher concentration, understanding that survival is a long war rather than an immediate victory. They do not try to dominate nature. They simply return to their rightful place in the quiet order that the world has arranged. They scan for smaller tracks, prey suitable for the power of bows and arrows to ensure food for the camp. The rhinoceros encounter ends, leaving behind an echo of human smallness before the ancient giant. The group of hunters once again begins tracking smaller targets hidden in the low grass to secure immediate food sources. The new target may be a field mouse or a porcupine hidden deep underground, things that guarantee a meal without risk. The Hadzabe live in harmony, taking only species that reproduce quickly and do not disrupt the savanna ecosystem. Sustainability here is not a flashy slogan, but a prerequisite for them to exist through centuries. Each drop of sweat dries on their dusty skin, marking a real day of labor for these silent warriors. The hunting dogs catch the scent of a small animal hiding among the steep rocky crevices of the savanna. An arrow leaves the bowstring, fast, clean, and precise, aimed at a field mouse or small antelope to solve the immediate hunger. There's no fake triumphant cheering. The hunter lifts the prey with a silent acknowledgement of the sacrifice of life. This hunt is simply a necessary action for the tribe's breakfast, helping them maintain resilience in the harsh environment. This is the heartbeat of existence, a fair exchange between humans and the ancient forest. When the prey falls, the Hadzabe hunters make soft, tongue-clicking sounds, a silent gesture of gratitude for nature's generosity. They do not take more than necessary, keeping the flame of survival burning steadily through tens of thousands of generations of experienced hunters. Every piece of meat obtained must be paid for with ruthless patience and iron discipline forged under the sun and wind of the savanna. In this community, the core value is respect for life and sharing all the gifts that Mother Earth bestows. Faces blackened by ash and dust break into proud smiles of those who have conquered hunger. In the harsh midday sun, a repeated call from the honey guide bird rings out, inviting the hunters into a new challenge. Without any protection, the Hadzabe hunter climbs the ancient tree with bare hands, gripping the rough bark tightly as smoke from dry grass calms the swarm of bees. A small mistake could lead to a fatal fall, but they still advance with the instinct of their ancestors from thousands of years ago. Golden honey flows over their rough, pitch-black hands under the bright sunlight, carrying the most precious source of energy. This is a gift from the ancient forest for those who understand and know how to listen to nature's signals. In the modern world, energy comes from supply chains. Here it comes from generational knowledge and courage. Honey is not just food. It is the source of life that helps them maintain endurance in one of the harshest environments on Earth. When the honeycomb is brought down, the hunters, women, and children sit together, breaking off pieces of sweet wax. Sharing is the only way they survive amid the beautiful yet brutally harsh savanna of scorching sun. Smiles appear on their soot-covered faces, where happiness is simply the feeling of being full in the present moment. In a clearing, the group of hunters quickly starts a fire by rubbing wooden sticks together using an astonishing manual technique. A thin wisp of smoke rises, carrying the scent of existence that has been sustained for tens of thousands of years of the tribe's history. The fire is not only used to cook food, but is also the heart of the entire camp, dispelling the cold and fatigue after the hunt. The freshly hunted prey is decisively prepared and roasted directly over the glowing hot embers. The smoke from the fire blends with the smell of slightly charred meat spreading through the air, signaling the success of a day of labor. They do not use complicated recipes or modern spices. Only the heat and time of the ancient forest cook each piece of meat. Every action is raw, direct, and optimized for time. Before night falls over the territory of wild beasts, the Hadzabe men sit around the fire, their eyes reflecting the flickering flames in the satisfaction of those who have just completed their task. This small fire is the boundary separating them from the darkness of deprivation and lurking danger. In the simplicity of starting a fire, humanity appears in its most primal and powerful form. The hunter holds a piece of meat in his hand. The charred skin releases the distinctive aroma of wild food that awakens all senses. They eat with their hands, sitting directly on the red earth and sharing the food equally among all members without any distinction. In this world, sharing is not a personal choice, but the soft law of the community that helps everyone survive together. There is no stockpiling, no hierarchy of rich and poor. A successful hunt is the responsibility to bring food back for the entire tribe. The steaming pieces of meat are passed from hand to hand amid understanding glances and radiant smiles. In that simplicity, the core values of humanity are revealed: respect for life and unbreakable teamwork. Children are always given their portion first. Their small hands, blackened by campfire ash, grip the meat in extreme excitement. The meal takes place in instinctive satisfaction, where the sounds of chewing and crackling fire create a beautiful symphony of survival. They take only what is enough for today and never worry about a distant future, living fully in the natural rhythm. The lesson from the Hadzabe meal is a profound gratitude for what the ancient forest has given. As twilight dyes the Tanzanian savanna red, the campfire gradually dies down, returning primitive peace to the Lake Ayasi region. The hunters sit together, recounting the moment the ground shook under the rhinoceros's feet with expressive hand gestures. The lesson of patience and knowing when to step back is passed on to the children, ensuring the hunter's bloodline continues to flow. Their life is a mirror reflecting the true self that the modern world, full of excess, has unintentionally lost. Without internet, without electricity, but the atmosphere is always filled with real connection between humans and nature. The Hadzabe prove that humans can live healthily and happily without complete dependence on technology. They have endured for tens of thousands of years because they know how to value the environment and maintain tight community bonds. A hunter's day ends with satisfaction in what is called just enough, shedding all the anxieties of the complicated world. The savanna returns to its familiar nighttime rhythm, where leopards begin their stalking journey in the enveloping darkness. The Hadzabe tribe falls asleep with the peace of those who have survived a long, risky day. The journey of facing the rhinoceros and surviving among the Tanzanian bushes reminds us: humans were once part of nature, not its conqueror. If one day only your own skills and instincts remain, how long could you survive in this uncertain wild world? This story is not only about hunting, but about humility before the great power of Mother Earth and the ancient forest. If you can feel the pulse of survival through this raw story, please leave your thoughts and subscribe to the channel to accompany us. Exploring the wildest secrets of humanity is always an astonishing journey. All traces of today's hunt will soon be erased by the savanna's wind and sand, as if no disturbance had ever occurred on the ground. But the survival wisdom and the soul of the confrontation will remain preserved in the memory of the last hunters on Earth. See you again in the most authentic and raw moments of the life and death struggle in the heart of wild Africa, where instinct leads the way. Prepare for the next expeditions into the heart of the dark continent, where life and death are separated only by a single breath. There are still many stories about human courage before nature waiting for you to discover.
Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. We're Shockwave Moments. Shockwave Moments was created with a clear purpose. Our channel focuses on shocking, surprising, and unforgettable real-life moments captured on camera. Through these videos, we aim to provide engaging entertainment while offering viewers moments of relaxation and reflection after a long day. Our workflow begins with responsibility and collaboration. As a team, we carefully review YouTube's community guidelines and copyright policies before selecting any topic. This ensures that all our content complies fully with YouTube's rules while still delivering value to our audience. We notice that many extraordinary moments exist across the internet, but they are often scattered and difficult to find. This inspired us to build Shockwave Moments as a curated hub where these rare clips are thoughtfully selected and presented with clear and engaging commentary. Our content creator plays a key role in this process. She works closely with the channel manager to research trending topics, search for suitable videos, and evaluate them based on clear context, originality, relevance, and positive viewer impact. Based on this research, she develops scripts and commentary that guide viewers clearly through each moment. Once the script is finalized, we use 11 labs with a licensed subscription to convert the script into high-quality voice recordings. These audio files are then passed to our production stage. Eric, our video editor, uses CapCut Pro to assemble the final video. He arranges clips to match the narration, adds visuals when needed, integrates the channel logo, and enhances the video with smooth transitions, sound effects, and background music. After completing the video, Eric designs the thumbnail using Adobe Photoshop. He selects impactful frames, adjusts composition and colors, and adds branding elements to create clear, attractive, and consistent thumbnails. After uploading the video to Shockwave Moments, we carefully complete the title, description, keywords, tags, and thumbnail. We are fully committed to following YouTube's policies and delivering responsible original content. Thank you for your time and consideration.